Give us an overview of what are fatal conveniences. Give us some examples.
Yeah, well, these are things that are lurking in our everyday life that we're doing. That unfortunately the bodies that be aren't necessarily protecting us. It could be deodorants with aluminum salts in there that's contributing to breast cancer and dysbiosis of our immune system. It could be the shampoo. It could be the moisturizer. It could be the clothing that we're wearing, the electromagnetic fields putting up to your head. Uh, Many of these things is the PFAS that's lurking into the non-wrinkled, beautiful shirt that you just bought. And you don't have to wrinkle when you travel, uh, or the slippery packaging around food that the food doesn't stick to. All of these things are been created in a lab, and they expose themselves not only to us, but to the food we eat, to the drink we have, even a fatal convenience is water, right? So it's amazing, like, that we can be 330 million strong in the US, and side note, 2.2 billion people on the planet don't have water and don't even largely understand that there's clean water. But that said, many of us have a tap, but we're being exposed to things that we have done the very bare minimum in terms of the water treatment plants. We're not dying of typhoid or dysentery or diphtheria. So we're not acutely dropping dead from these things, but over time, one of our biggest exposure of PFAS, and that's a per or profluoral alkali substances. It's a forever chemical. It's everywhere, and we're getting exposed via water. So if we're not filtering properly, this is a massive fatal convenience. So these fatal conveniences are things that we're not even spending time on, because I just buy the laundry detergent, I just buy my moisturizer, I like the smell of my shampoo, I like the shirt, and on the one hand, you think, hey, how harmful is all that? And it seems as though that this exposure doesn't really, it persists. It's pervasive, not in our homes, on our bodies, what we consume, and added up over time, it poses some big risk.
I'll tell you two examples I had in my own life just thinking about this segment over the past few days. I was downstairs and I was working out in my house, and I thought I should get like a case of bottled water down here, so I don't have to keep hiking up to the gym. I should just keep and then I'm like, I probably shouldn't just get a case of bottled water, the plastic water bottles. I know they're now saying that that's not great. Don't drink out of those. I'm like, what do I get? The alternative out there, you could get that boxed water that's more like in a paper type container. But then I looked online, that had a lot of negative comments. Then, how about the aluminum cans with water? Well, how is aluminum good? That can't be good. And I'm like, well, I'll go to my tap water. Well, I don't know. I have concerns about the tap water for the very reasons you just said. So right now I'm just thirsty. It's probably not the solution, Darin. So I would love to get you to comment on the water. But then let me just give you another one quickly. I went for my teeth cleaning the other day. And at the end, it was a normal teeth cleaning. But then at the end, the lady put fluoride all over my teeth I did not know she was going to do this. She shoved it all over it. By the way, it was disgusting. It felt like having paste on your teeth. And she said, keep it on for at least an hour if you can, and then brush it out. It was caked in there. When I flossed my teeth, you had big chunks of paste. I don't recommend it. But then I'm reading in your book, fluoride, danger. You probably definitely don't want to be sucking on it for an hour like I was. So that's just two examples that's in everybody's lives. So what are your thoughts on those two things?
Yeah, water's a big one. And like you said, so I have an easy solution for you. Buy a reverse osmosis water filter for your home, and that pushes through a membrane, which doesn't allow those small particulates and compounds to get through. Now you've cleaned your water. You can add a pinch of unrefined electrolytes or salts back to it, no problem. And now buy a bunch of glass bottles, put that down there, fill them up, put them in your workout studio. Everyone's got their own, the kids got theirs, the husband, everyone's got your own glass bottles. Boom, done. No more plastic, and you have clean, good water. So, and that's for everybody. So these things aren't expensive. These things their reverse osmosis unit is a couple $100, and the savings you get. So let's look at the savings. The savings is, of course, there's a money savings because you're not buying plastic. You're not buying water that's surrounded by plastics that's chelating, without a doubt. It's chelating phthalates, BPAs, BPHs. It's petroleum based, and it's leaching into you. It's mimicking estrogen compounds. So it's adding to endocrine disruption, binding estrogen in your body. So your body perceives there's more estrogen than what's actually natural, which creates a whole cascade. The whole endocrine system works on minute changes. And so when you introduce any chemical exposure that's mimicking that, it has a downstream effect that's really bad. And that's a whole nother discussion of leading to things like endometriosis, having periods earlier than necessary, menopause, having disruptions in menopause, either earlier or more painful, endometriosis, men's sperm counts plummeting. So, and then think about, I looked at this really interestingly, and it just kind of dawned on me that, we are a microorganism. So if I'm exposing myself to, there's pesticides, there's herbicides, they act as kind of antibiotics in our good microflora. So that's a whole nother thing. Glyphosates creates a lot of digestive disorders and things like that. So now with that one water tweak, you've cleaned up your water, you've lessened this exposure. And I think of all of this stuff, Megyn, as going from the inside out. That's the approach I would take. If I was looking at this fatal convenience thing, I would say, like, okay, you're opening your mouth to the world. Let's clean that up first.
Sure, you can go to Brazil or Colombia and get some work done on your face, but why would you do that? You don't have to travel to look great. It is the final week of the Genucel Mother's Day sale, and that will keep you looking good and years younger right at home. Here's a real review from Genucel.com. Claire writes, I absolutely love Genucel. My skin feels so good, tighter, younger, with more even tone, and I only used it for a week. My advice for everyone, take a before picture. By the way, her husband Jim said he loved it too. Nothing works like Genucel because it's a family recipe for over 20 years now, being made by a compounding pharmacist in small batches, always safe, cruelty-free, and natural. Now go to Genucel.com/MK60 and save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package. That's all their best stuff during their Mother's Day sale. Every most popular package features their ultra retinol and dark spot corrector. Don't wait. Go to Genucel.com/MK60, Genucel.com/MK60, and get a complimentary Spa Essentials box with every package order for only one more week. Get it while the getting's good. Plus, free upgrade to priority shipping. Genucel.com/MK, Genucel.com/MK60. Add that 60 on there for your discount. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.